there, it's Mary with Mary's Stampin' Cafe. Thanks so much for stopping in at my Saturday stamping recorded and uploaded video. Today it's all about paper pumpkin, and I hope you've been with me before, and if not, go down there and click that subscribe button and bell so you don't miss out any of my content. I am so excited about the Notes from the Heart Paper Pumpkin December 2024 Paper Pumpkin Kit. I just recently got this kit in the mail and I just think it is so beautiful, and I love these little scalloped details on the card fronts. Now, paper pumpkin is something that is fabulous. If you're a new stamper, it's quick and easy. You've got everything you need right in this box each month. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of products and coordinate those things and figure it all out. It's right here for you. And they always give you lots of projects to create and extra things inside. Now, I want to share with you Paper Pumpkin strategy with Stampin' Up! Is they really work kind of on a 3-month phase with their paper pumpkin. So for example, right now, the January Hearts for You, the subscription period is over. It ended on January 10, but it is part of the January, February, and March kind of grouping, because they offer an add-on kit of dies, and this is the Spring in the Air add-on. And let me share it with you. This is what it looks like. What Stampin' Up! Does is they put together dies that coordinate with each of the 3 months. So you have the heart that goes with the heart for you. You have the branches that goes with the Hello Spring, February. And then you have the bee and honeycomb that goes with the March Daisy Daydreams. Now, the current Paper Pumpkin subscription window is February, from January 11th to February 10th subscribing for the Hello Spring, and then the March one after that. I always tell everybody it's a great time to do a 3-month prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription, because you're going to get 3 beautifully designed kits. And then you can go in and do the add-on that coordinates with those 3 kits. Now, the March Paper Pumpkin, which is really great, it comes with an extra stamp set, an additional free one, which gives you 2 in the stamp set, and it is always so fun to get that additional free stamp set. So now is the perfect time to subscribe, and when you do a prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription, you are just about there for a free celebration item. So it's so great. So I wanted to talk about this beautiful Notes from the Heart kit and see all the wonderful things that you get in this kit. And then, you know, I happen to have the Celebration Bloom Impressions 12x12 Designer Series paper, which is a level 1 free pick. And there's just some colors in here that I thought would go really well with the Blackberry Bliss spot that's in here. Now, this is something that's given to you each time, Notes from the Heart, that you can put into a clear stamping case and hold your free stamp set that you get. This one is a sentiment set, and these are all of the sentiments that are on there. It's great for all different seasons. We're also getting some tear and tape. And then we have these beautiful dark deep envelopes. They're not lined, nothing like that. And in the Paper Pumpkin kit, you can see this scalloped little card here. That's part of the kit to go on the envelope. I'm not sure that I'm going to do that. I think I might like to use those pieces for my cards. But here are the beautiful 9 scalloped, thick, basic white cards. Really nice and sturdy. Really great thickness on this card. And there's 9 of these that you get to create. 3 each of 3 different designs. So then we have these gold line shapes for our projects. And then the beautiful, beautifully designed colored images of these florals are so beautiful. And then here are those smaller scalloped white pieces. They're actually very thick too. And then we have vellum leaf stems, which are beautiful. Look at how pretty these are. Now, of course, there are 3 layers here on this vellum, but so I have 3 of them popped out already. Oh, I have even more than that, I think. 1, 2, nope, 3. 2 and 3. Nope, there are 4. 1, 2, 3. Nope, 3. It's that they're double, but these are beautiful. They're quite opaque, meaning I can't quite see through them. You might say they're translucent. They're a little more than translucent though. So those are the beautiful parts and pieces. And so when you take a look at the instructions, very easy to see what you're doing here. And the beautifully colored instructions, very easy to follow, step by step, tells you exactly what you need for each of your projects, using your tear and tape, using some dimensionals. Now what's interesting in my kit here today, I'm looking through all of my things, and the one thing I think which is interesting is I have my tear and tape, but I did not see any of the dimensionals, and I'm wondering if that is something that was just neglected a little bit by accident. And that's something that Stampin' Up! Is so very good about. If you have an issue or there's a problem, Stampin' Up! Jumps right into it and replaces anything that is a problem. So let's take a look. Now the reason why I thought about my beautiful paper here is I thought I'd like to add and kind of create a bit of an little more interest in our card making today. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of the beautiful designer series paper that kind of fits in the coloring category. And I'm going to go ahead and cut a 4 by 5 1/4 layer. The card front is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and so by going 1/4 of an inch smaller, I can get a beautiful layer on the card. So let's take a look at that. You see how that fits on there with a little bit of hint showing. You know, I'd like to go just a slight bit smaller, and then I'm going to round the corners. Since we have that beautiful scalloped card, I'm just going to go down maybe 1/8 on either side. And we'll see how that lays on there. There, I think that's much better. You can see much more of the scallop there. But I'm going to go ahead and grab my little corner rounder. And I'm going to go ahead and round each of those corners. Well, let's try that again. Oh, this is a notch. It's not a corner rounder. Well, okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with the little notch. I thought I had my corner rounder, but I actually have the little notch. And that's okay, because that still is like a scallop. It's rounded. It's just opposite. But that's okay. A little surprise there. Doesn't hurt anything. So here we are with our little notched coloring, and I love it. I'll go ahead and glue this down. Try to do some centering here. There we are. Oh, I just love this Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper. It's that level 1 celebration. You earn that free with a $60 US purchase before shipping and tax. And then you see we've got this beautiful thing happening here. But remember I said there are those small scallop pieces that were to go on the front of the card? Go on the front of the envelope, I mean. So let me show you. Wow, these are really, really thick. And they were created to go on the front of your envelope. You would go ahead and pop those out. Oh, and they're adhesive, that's why. That's why they're so thick. They have adhesive on the back. And it would go on here for your envelope. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put it here on the front of the card. I love that they're doing that this is a dark envelope, so you would want to have something lighter here. But I can do that with something else. But that allows me to have a little bit of to take away from this getting blend into the designer series paper, right? And so now I'm going to use some dimensionals to raise up my flowers. There we go. I might grab a mini dimensional. To put right here on that tip of the flower. Right there. One more right there. Once you start going with those dimensionals, you just can't seem to stop yourself. And then I'm going to go ahead and place this like so. And you can just see how that white behind helps to pull this away from that background. I love this gorgeous paper. It is so beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and get one of the labels. Those beautifully colored labels. And in the labels, I want to have the rectangle here. And for this card, we are going to say thank you. So let's find our thank you. Here it is. Oh, so crooked. But you know what? It's a photopolymer, so it really doesn't matter because you can see what you're doing. And then we have the Blackberry Bliss spot. Let's go ahead and open up our spot. I like to open just one side of the spot. And then I'm going to take a minute to turn this over and I'm going to stamp on the back side. Just so I can see that it's inked up well. It's not been used before, so that's important. And now I'll go ahead and put it on the gold side. And stamp the thank you. That's beautiful. And now, of course, they're talking about using dimensionals to raise that up. I'm going to glue right here with the tape, and then I'll put a dimensional right on this edge where it's hanging over. Since the flower is raised up, I'm not going to raise up the thank you, but I am going to have the one end be even with it so it doesn't sag down. So I think I'm going to have it kind of come over this way, right? Just like so. And then I'm seeing on my samples they have some pretty little sequins here. And I brought over these sequins. These are another celebration item, I believe. That you can earn free. And I think in my paper pumpkin, again, it's something that might be missing from it, which would be really strange. I never have anything missing out of my Stampin' Up! Things. I'm going to put one way over there. I'm going to use kind of these mother of pearl looking beautiful gems. Put one on there, and then another one just down here, even just on the leaf, or just down in here, or down here. I'll do it right there. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Adding that beautiful Bloom Impressions 12 by 12 paper came out so nice. All right, so let's take a look at another. Grab our base of the card. And this time we're going to bring in the beautiful roses here. And they have the beautiful rose here, and then the oval of the gold foil pop-outs for a happy birthday, just like so. But I'm thinking, oh, and these little pop-outs here. There we go. That's beautiful, just like that. I want to take a look at what papers do I have that I could use to pull in and I think so beautiful, the kind of the deeper purple. Then we have the peach. I think I want to use this one and then pop up with that white scallop again. So let's do that. And remember, I went, when I first cut for the first card, I went 4 by 5 1/4. And remember, I had to come back an 1/8. So I'm going to go just an 1/8 shy of 4 and an 1/8 shy of 5 1/4. There we go. And I'll use my corner notch again. Just holding that, it seems so much smaller, but it's not. Oop. This is an old corner notch from Stampin' Up! From years ago. Tools. I never get rid of my tools. Crafting tools are too important. Now, do I go with a darker or do I go with a lighter that kind of blends with that? Ooh, that's an interesting thing to think about. I actually think I want to go with the darker. Here I thought I was going to use this side, but when I laid it down, I changed my thinking. There we are. Now again, I'm going to bring this in because just putting this here, it just needs something to break it up. And so this scalloped adhesive rectangle will be perfect for it. And then again, I'm going to use dimensionals on this. Now remember, when you get your paper pumpkin kit, everything you need is right inside that kit to create all the beautiful projects. Now I think I need a mini right here, down by that stem. And so you can create it just like it shows and have beautiful projects. I decided that, I love when things are crisp and minimal, and I think that's what this one is, the Notes from the Heart. It's a little bit more of a minimal crisp and white, but I really wanted to, there we go, that's going to be pretty. So we'll want the happy birthday. I wanted to add a little bit more floral, a little more brightness to it. And so that's why I thought the Bloom Impressions Celebration Designer paper would be great for that. All right, so here's our happy birthday. Go ahead and ink that up. I'm going to turn this over and stamp on the back side just as a practice to see that my stamp is inking up well. Sometimes there's a residue and you want to make sure you get that off. I like this Blackberry Bliss. It's such a beautiful color. There we are. And so now this is going to go here. So I'll need a mini dimensional there, and I'll also need a dimensional over here on this end because it's going to hang over and we don't want it to So we'll take this one and let me put it here again. Okay, so I need one here, and then I need one on the end over here, and then I need some glue right in the center. So it's going to lay flat on the leaves. Whoops, upside down would not be good. There we are. Happy birthday. And now what I love about this one is I think when I pull in these here, I might like to use the deeper colored or the light pink, but I think I want to use these deep colors. I think they'll show better if I use the deeper embellishments here. There we are. Oh, another beautiful card there. Look at that. Love it. So pretty. So here's the two so far, just adding that Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper. It's just stepping up the beautiful images and things that are already given in the kit. It's just stepping it up a little bit. Now let's take a look at the fern for this card. We have the fern. I live out in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, in the western part of the state, and we have our forests here that have the most amazing ferns you will ever see. They're just amazing. Here we are. Now, so then we have this beautiful card, and this is going up this way, and then we have it going here, and this one would then have the circle to pop out, and it's kind of going here like so. I want to see in my paper, is there something that I have that could work with the fern? So let's see. I have a blue background, I have a peach background, and I have the pinks, the purple, a blue. Now, interestingly enough, I have this green down here, and I'm wondering why. Oh, this piece right here with the green, but that does not match that whatsoever. I don't think that will work either. You know what? I think the peach would actually work out. So let's pull the piece that has the peach. We have the beautiful yellow side here. So if I take a look and lay that along here, that is kind of fun. But I wonder about this here. And I think that works out really well too. I have to decide. That's the hardest thing, is to decide what will work really well. I do love the yellow. I think the yellow is really fun. I think I'm going to go with the yellow side just because it brightens it up. I think the peach side is so soft that it just blends too much. Now, this definitely has a way that it goes. I see the little stems here all going this way, so I know this is going to be my side that's 4. Since the card is going the long way, 5.5, I know that my images need to go that 5.5 that way. So remember, I had to go just 1/8 shy of 4. And 1/8 shy of 5. There we are. And again, I'll go ahead and snip my corners. The first one, every time I do it, it doesn't snip it. Isn't that funny? Huh. Like I said, it's an oldie, but a goodie. All right. Now we'll go ahead and bring our card in. I'll glue this down. This looks much smaller. I don't think did you notice it when you were looking on the cutter where I was measuring it from? Because this one seems a little short. That I went a little much on the length. But that's okay. Now let's take a look with our fern. I'm going to bring in that scalloped adhesive. Now I know when doing this, I've now taken away that label that I could have had on my envelope. But you know what? I have a bunch of mailing labels that I can simply put on the envelope and allow myself a little bit of fun here on my cards. So there we are. And you see how you definitely need that white scallop piece again to keep it away from that background. Otherwise it just blends in too much. Okay, so now I'm going to do just a note. Just a note for the circle. Get well soon, or just a note. I think I want to do get well soon. It is flu season time, and there is a really large uptick of pneumonia. I don't know if that's happening in your area, but it is in our area. A lot of cases. My daughter actually ended up with pneumonia over the holidays. Her husband got bronchitis over the holidays. Just scary stuff. All right, again, I'm going to practice just on the back side of the circle just to make sure I'm getting good ink on the stamp. Notice I take the little spot to the photopolymer stamp. The spot is small, so it's easier just to hold that in your hand and do that. There we are. That's beautiful. And now this is going to come here on the, it's going to hang over a little bit, so I will give it a dimensional. Just a little bit, so right on the edge. And then the rest with our tape. There we are. Look how cute that is. Now, these sequins actually will work really well. I don't know if you can tell, but these here are almost like a mother of pearl look, and so they tend to kind of take the color of whatever it is you are doing. And so I'm taking a look at the ones that are more have a bit of the yellows and greens in them. There we are. See how perfect that ended up working out? Yeah, they just, this particular white sequin here, it has just different greens and yellows and pinks all through it, which is fabulous when you're working with something like this with different colorings. All right. Oh my goodness. There we are. We've got the beautiful 3 cards here in the Paper Pumpkin kit, and I kind of stepped them up by bringing in the Bloom Impressions embossing, designer series paper, to kind of just brighten it up, make it, some people would say, busy. And I guess you could say that it was busy. I did not use my tear and tape, as you noticed. I used my tape runner just because it's there and it's easier. And oh, I found, remember I said, oh my gosh, I think my kit's missing it. Oh no, here is my package of dimensionals, and these were the gems, these glimmer gold gems to use on the cards. And I have to tell you, I love that I used my beautiful adhesive back sequins here. These are the purple adhesive back sequins. And I love it because I'm not sure, I guess this is the most purple that you have. This to me is a deeper pink, a light pink, and then the beautiful ones here that really can work for any coloring. So there you are, beautiful. And then again, I have labels that I can just put on the front of my envelope and it'll be fine. So it didn't hurt using those scalloped labels just to use on my cards here today. Don't miss out on getting your February Hello Spring and your March Daisy Daydreams with an extra stamp set. When you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can order the Spring is in the Air add-on dies, and getting that 3-month prepaid subscription gets you almost there to a free celebration. Go ahead and add an adhesive or dimensionals or an embellishment, and you'll be able to pick a level 1. And I would highly suggest the Bloom Impressions 12 by 12 designer series paper. They are beautiful designs. You can check out any other of my early videos that I've just recently done. I did several cards using this beautiful, beautiful designer series paper. And that is a free level 1 celebration. Go ahead and check out the links below. Shop Stampin' Up! With all their great new products with the January to April mini catalog. And you can see then celebration items. You can also check out all the new online exclusives that have just been released also in the beginning of January. I'll have the links below for Paper Pumpkin because, again, the best thing to do is to subscribe with a three-month prepaid subscription. You cannot go wrong. Everything is coordinated so well. And again, you don't want to miss out on that additional free stamp set in March. So check out that link for Paper Pumpkin. Let me know what you thought of my cards today. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And again, if you're not a subscriber, click that bell and subscribe. And give me a like if you would. Thank you so much if you are a subscriber. I appreciate you following me and being part of my Stampin' community. And until next time, happy stampin'.